Oh, hey, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Total Takeover Hangout. I'm Andrew Morgan in San Marcos, Texas. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about using leverage on social media, and Carl's got some great screen shares for you along that topic. Currently, the call-in function is having a little issue, and I'm working on that. So if you call in, just remain where you are. I'll be over to you momentarily. If you would like to call in and join our show, you may call the number located on ttoradio.info, ttoradio.info. So over to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Andrew. And so we're going to talk a little bit about a few things. I'm going to share a couple of things today. It's going to be using social media to leverage your business, okay? And I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm going to talk about how you can use the social media to leverage your business exposure out there, and as well as to leverage it to create a marketing budget, so to speak. Okay, so one of the things that I've been asked the last couple of days is you know, a few hangouts ago I shared something on here about Facebook on how you can go and search people, but I was having a bit of difficulty because they changed the graph search that's in there. So I found out how that actually works, and it's actually very cool. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you a few different things that you can do on Facebook to find people who would be interested in your particular business. Okay, so you know what? Let's just not delay. Let's just get right into the meat and potatoes of things, because I just like to do that, so that we can just start sharing stuff and having everybody, you know, be able to take advantage of some of the stuff that we share. So let me know, panelists, if you can see my screen right now.
Yes.
You got my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So what we're going to do, this is the graph search right up top here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up. I'm on my wife's Skype here, so I'm going to open up. What we have here is search criteria. People who like, people who live, men who like, men who live, women who like, women who live. This is how you use the graph search now. Okay. So I'm going to take the people who like first, okay? We're going to go in, and we're going to go into Facebook here, and we're going to go people who like, let's put online marketing as an example. This allows you to go in and search any kind of different type of thing. You could go people who like gardening, people who like fishing, people who like hunting, people who like knitting, whatever it is, okay? And what this is going to do is going to bring up different criterias in here. Okay, so it's right now it's loading. So we're going to see. It starts with the posts. So anybody who has been posting about internet marketing, you're going to see all of their posts come up. Okay, so we're just going to scroll through here and just show you a little bit of this. See, you'll see people from different groups, their timelines, whatever. You can see where they're posting are coming in. Okay. So you can scroll that forever, and it'll show all the different posts that people have been posting in regards to internet marketing. Now, there's a few things that you can do here, okay? You can highlight their name, and if you're not connected to them as friends, you can always use that message them, okay? Now, I'm friends with these guys, so for the first probably 50 that are on here, and after that it'll say add friend. You never want to add friends, period, on Facebook, okay? Let them add you. So you want to send just basic messages to people, and that message is, you know, I found you on Facebook in whatever, online marketing at its best, and was wondering if we could connect and talk business, something like that, to that effect, okay? So you know that they know right off the bat that you are interested in talking business with them, okay? We're going to open it up for there. They will connect back with you, probably say, yeah, sure, no problem, add me, or they may go ahead and add you, and then, of course, then you've opened up the gateway for a conversation. They will probably start it. Someone like Chet would probably say, hey, yeah, no problem. What is it you want to know? Because Chet's a guy that's online. He's a well-known marketer online, a successful marketer. So he may be wondering, what's on your mind, okay? And at this point, let's say you want to know a little bit more about marketing or so forth. They will open up and say, okay, well, what kind of marketing? Facebook, whatever it is. And you open up the conversation, because right now, folks, the most important part of your business is building these business relationships. Do not, and I mean do not pitch anybody on any kind of first contact, ever, okay? Not even on the second. Let the conversation grow, okay? So this is what you can do on posts. Now you can click on people, okay? This is very cool, okay? This allows you to get to know the person as well, okay? See, as you can see, I'm friends with all these people. It's always going to show you your friends first, and then you'll scroll all the way down, and then you'll start to see all the people that you're not friends with. So if I were to scroll down here, I have to let it scroll for a little bit. But it will eventually get to a point where it's showing who are not my friends. Okay, and I just want you to see this, so just bear with me as I scroll down through all of this. Okay, this is one wild way for you to find a lot of people and connect to them. See, starting right here is where I start to add friends. So here, what I could do is start messaging the people. Same thing. I found you on Facebook under people who like online marketing, wondering if we could connect and see if there's some synergy there. Something like that for that instance, okay? So, if you got a piece of paper or something like that, write down what I've just said, wondering if we have, if we can connect and see if we have any synergy. Again, replay this to get the exact words. I'm not going to type it all out for you. Okay, so these are just when you want to connect with people. Again, don't add them as a friend, message them. Here's another way. You'll go into the photos, and this again is all people who like online marketing. So now you're going to see all the photos that they've been sharing, okay? And you can go in, and this is how you get to find out what people are like. Andrew covered this a long time ago about going in and finding out about, check their profile. Find out what they're all about. Go to their timeline. Spend some time. Find out what these people are all about. You want to make sure that when you're creating a relationship with somebody, that they actually know you went and looked. So make sure that when you connect with them, you might want to say, I visited your profile, I saw that you like cooking or whatever, whatever it may be, and then that way they know that you've gone and checked them out. Okay? I hope everyone's got that. Now, they'll have pages, okay? And these are pages that belong to all of these people, public figures and stuff like that, like Frank Kern. One of the biggest marketers that are online there. I mean, Frank probably makes $1 to $2 million a year on the internet. This is the only guy I know that at 25 years old, he already owned his own plane, his own jet, private jet, right? So, these are all the heavy hitters that are in the industry and on Facebook, that you want to get connected with. This is where you can like them, you can follow them, go to their profile, get connected to them, find out what they're all about, and find out who is connected to them. Places, okay? Again, these are going to be places that, they either live, they visited, or so forth about this, okay? Different places in the city, in where you live, okay? All kinds of things that they've talked about or they're connected to or whatever that may be. So this is just one thing I'm sharing today, and this is how to use a Facebook graphical search. That's what this is called up here. This is the graphical search. Now again, we search people. You could put women. You could put men. Men who like to knit. Men who like to fish. Men who like to hunt. Men who like to whatever. Women, same thing. And whatever it is, and this allows you to attach yourself to any niche that's out there. You don't just want to look at the online market, because people in general are interested in making money. Just because they're not in the online marketing area doesn't mean they don't want to make money. There could be people who are, like again, love fishing or love hunting, but can't afford to buy that $1,000 fishing rod or that $2,000 scope for their rifle. Whatever it is, These are people who would be interested in making some money with you, providing that you deliver the message properly. And again, pitching people right off the bat is going to get you blacklisted. So whatever you do, don't pitch anybody directly. So this is one way of connecting with hundreds of people a day. I do this all the time, you guys. You know, I mean, my friends list is growing by the hundreds on Facebook ever since I started using graphical search, okay, which has only been in the last, I would say, 6 weeks or so. And, you know, it's every day I have people texting me or friending me or whatever it is off of my posts. Now, leveraging yourself with social media, let me go back to my wall, okay. I'm going to share just, you know, some of the posts that I put out there. Okay. Now, you've got let's see if I can find people with their own posts on here. Let's see if I can find something like that. Okay. I need to find someone who is actually using this properly. Okay. Here's actually a good way of getting people to connect with you. Putting up pictures like this. I wonder if I said hello, how many friends would say hello back? Okay? What they're going to do is they're going to share this. They're going to like this. They're going to share this. And anybody that's connected to them is going to see this post. Okay? So that what that does is that's driving traffic to them. Now, getting yourself and leveraging yourself, you know what? I'm just going to go to a guy I know on Facebook. He's really good. He does about 300 to 500 a day on the internet. That's Billy Brady. He's a friend of mine from Australia. Okay? And this is what Billy does. Okay? Billy sits there, and this is what he does. Okay? This is how this guy makes so much money. He sends proof on a daily basis about how successful he is. Because people want to connect and grow with people who are successful. That's why you will always see me making posts every day with saying, you know, today I had this many people in my business, this afternoon I got this many people, you know, or I've made this many sales today and now I've made this many sales. And this is what people want to see, that you're actually having success. Billy does this on a daily basis. You know, this is an example of how you leverage yourself. So with Total Takeover, what you want to be doing is, you know, I'm going to go to my wall and see if I can find something on there that I've just done recently. Scroll down here a bit. Okay. Okay. Look, here's the $5 thing that I put out. Okay. So I'm going to put out different things here, talking about what I'm doing, and always having my call to action in my picture, in everything I do. I have a call to action, and everybody needs to do that in their call to action. Okay, just like here in the TTO Live, right? You know, when you're doing a TTO Live, you're doing a good morning thing. Sometimes I'll put my link there, and these are call to actions, folks. I do a video. I do a call to action. Now, again, you know, this isn't me trying to you know, put my links up there. That's no intent there. My intent is to show you what you need to do. Okay? So, I mean, if I've just offended anybody on the panel, or I've offended anybody out there because unfortunately you saw my link, I don't know how else to show you this rather than showing you the proof. I just showed you Billy's stuff. Okay? So I could go out there and show anybody their stuff. The point I'm trying to make is that you have to have a call to action on everything you do. You know, you could go and post pictures every single day on your Facebook, but if you're not telling people to come and buy from you something, what's the point? You know, you're not doing a business on your Facebook. You're doing just social. And again, I don't do social on my Facebook. I'm all about business. You know, my kids know that. My friends know that. Everybody knows that. I point blank told my kids and my friends, if you don't like seeing my posts on your wall, then don't follow me anymore. You'll never get my posts on there. Unfollow me. Turn off notifications, whatever it is. Or if I'm really pissing you off, then unfriend me. I don't care. Right? So But I'm all about business, and so should you be. So if you're posting anything, I don't care if it's a picture or if it's a video, I share videos all the time, but you'll always see me with my link to whatever business it is I'm promoting. Because I'm going to capitalize on everything I share on social media. Does this make sense to anybody? Panel, any comments on that?
Well, my audio's out. You're on a roll. It's you know, there's ways to do things that are professional, and there's ways to do things that aren't. And you know, getting the information out in a valuable manner is very important. That's one thing I like about doing these hangouts, is to be able to expose the methodologies that we use. So good stuff. If you'd like to call in and ask questions, you can do so. You can dial 712-775-7035. The access code is 213884 and then the pound sign. And then, of course, you raise your hand by pressing *6. I'll see you and bring you on live. So if you have any questions of Carl based on the walkthrough and the screen share he's just done, please feel free to raise your hand. And we'll get going on getting some dialogue. Back to you, Carl.
Yeah, there's just one last thing I want to mention before I send it off to you guys. You know, the one thing that will help you capitalize in growing your business is by utilizing what's popular out there. You know, yesterday, if anybody saw the stuff on my wall, I used an example of a hockey player that played for a professional hockey team. Okay? He worked all his life so that he could get drafted by an NHL team, and he made it there, and then he blew it, okay, by not performing anymore. So now the NHL team doesn't want him, and neither does their affiliate team. So now the guy is out of a job and probably out of the NHL, and his career is done. All because he decided that, oh, if I just slack off a little bit, I'm still going to get paid. I still have a contract. No, contracts can be null and voided because of that. They can have a certain buyout and saying, here, we're going to pay you this money, get the heck out of our lives, we don't ever want to see you again. And in online business, this happens not necessarily in that way, but what happens is you can get blacklisted from somebody's list. Like if I have somebody in my list that is consistently non-producing and only complaining, I remove them from the equation. I will take them off my list. I will remove them from my Skype. I will remove them from my social media, and that's that. I don't need to deal with them anymore. Okay? That's like a boss firing somebody. That's like you working for somebody and your boss saying, you know what, you're not producing, you're not doing what we're paying you for, so we don't need you anymore. So have a nice life. And that's it. Okay? People don't think that that can be done in this industry. It's done all the time. I do it all the time. You heard Vadim yesterday on here from Russia, where he goes in and he'll build a big Skype list, and when that Skype list becomes unproductive, he wipes it out and he starts all over again. That's what we entrepreneurs do, okay? We want to work with people who want to be productive, okay? Now, we're not saying you don't want to be productive. That's not what we're saying, okay? There's a lot of people coming online, and we had this discussion just prior to starting this hangout today. We had this discussion about people who are new to the internet, you know, and you know, we sometimes beat it to death about here, sometimes on here, and you know what, I do apologize for sometimes we kind of maybe get out of hand, but we're very passionate on here, okay? It's not that we're telling people that they're lazy. It's not telling people that they don't care, because there's a lot of people that do care and aren't lazy, but just don't have the right guidance or anything like that to be shown what to do. And I'll admit that there's a lot of companies out there, even leadership, that lack in that type of passion to help these people and bring them forward. And that's why we on this panel are doing the best that we possibly can here to help any of those leaders out there that may be struggling with being able to do proper follow-up or something. That's why we're here, to do this. Sometimes we get a little carried away. Sometimes we get overzealous on some of the things that we talk about. But always know that we care about every one of you that are listening into this thing here, and we're here to provide as much value as we possibly can. So, With me being long-winded now for almost 25 minutes, I think I'm going to let the rest of the panel be long-winded for the rest of that time. So let's go over to Joan and then over to Andrew. Over to you, Joan.
I have a confession to make. I am one of those people that has worked on the internet for years and years and have been spinning my wheels and going into programs, trying to figure out how to do things, getting discouraged, and almost basically saying, well, you know what, I must be stupid because I just can't wrap my mind around what network marketing is all about and how to properly build a business. So after years of failing, things are starting to turn around for me. Why? Because I realized what my problem was. In order to be successful in any type of business, whether it's conventional business, a brick and mortar business, or whether it's working online, the only way that you're successful in business is by having customers. And if you don't know how to get those customers, that's when the frustration starts. And like Carl alluded to, when you are not successful in a conventional business, what happens? All of a sudden, there's a sign on your door saying out of business. Why? Because you didn't know how to effectively draw people into your conventional business. You did not know how to advertise properly. Maybe your advertisements in the newspaper just didn't cut it. Maybe radio advertising, you just didn't move people to want to come in and look at what you had in your store. Isn't it the same in network marketing? You can go to every social media online. You can be in Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, Google+, you name it. But if you're not effective in drawing people to you, it doesn't matter how many times that you might even put a post out there. If it doesn't grab people, if it's not meaningful, if it doesn't say anything, then you are sleeping at the wheel and you're going to go absolutely nowhere. So this is why Total Takeover is such a wonderful place to belong to, because they recognize that 98% of the people out there online are not growing their businesses because they don't know how. So Total Takeover has taken upon themselves to help teach you how to market professionally online. There are videos in the back office to teach you how to market online successfully with YouTube, with Facebook, with all of these programs. And we here in the Hangout are trying to guide you in the right way so that you can learn how to properly network online. And social media is a great platform to work from if you know how to do it. So what you need to do is you need to stop doing it the way you were doing it before. You need to change your approach. And this is exactly what Carl is showing us. There is a way to do it, and there is a way not to do it. And so if you really want to be successful online, you really need to follow the people out there that are willing to take the time to teach you. That's what these Hangouts are all about. They bring value to the table because each and every one of us that are on the panel want you to be successful. Because if you're successful, we as a group are successful. And that's really what it is. That's what it's all about, is helping one another to reach that plateau. So when Carl spends time teaching you how to do it properly on Facebook, what are you going to do the next time you go on Facebook? Are you going to continue doing what you've always done? Then you're not going to be successful. Because Carl has spent years working online. He knows what works. He knows what doesn't. And us following his directions, we're beginning to find out what works and what doesn't. And this is the whole power behind Total Takeover. Getting rid of your old ways of doing things and developing strategies that will work to help you be successful online. So this is what we really need to do, me included. I am learning so much about what I did wrong and what I need to do now to be able to build my business successfully. Andrew, the same way, all of us. We want to be successful online, and we want you to be successful online. So follow the directions that are there. Listen to the ones that are trying to help you. Change your way of doing things, and you're going to find that network marketing is a fun place to be if you learn to do it the right way.
Well, I appreciate the kudos on that, but you know what? When we do talk about that, it's not about following me. It's about utilizing whatever kind of information I've provided to you, because I'm only a part of what is being provided out there by many different people. Like Andrew has a lot of great things to do, and Tracy and Rob Gehring and Dr. Michael and whoever else knows, all the other leaders out there who don't come on this hangout, right? But are still out there providing a lot of information. So, what I always tell everybody is take a little bit of everything, mold it into your own process, and run with it. So, Andrew, over to you. Let's hear your feedback, because Andrew does some great stuff out there. Oh, sorry, Joan. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't referring to following you. What I was referring to is following the information that you provided for us today.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I just want to make people understand that I'm here to just give my little bits and pieces. Andrew, before I get Andrew on here, Andrew does a lot of great social media stuff now. He hadn't been doing it before, and now he's following direction from different people, and now he's utilizing and leveraging social media to draw people to him. So Andrew, over to you, and let people know what you're doing on social media now to draw people to you.
Okay, well, let's backdrop that first. I'm a phone guy, and I'm a 33-year student of our industry. I have mastered the telephone, and I teach people how to master the telephone. I can teach you how to turn a 50,000-pound telephone into featherweight and get yeses for people to take a look at your opportunity over and over and over again, 15, 25, 30, 100 a day, yeses to look at your business. Exposure, exposure, exposure. From one exposure to the next is what we're doing here, whether it's on the telephone like I do or whether it's on social media. And I've been on the internet since 2000. It's like the internet was specifically designed for network marketing. It seems to me. Having experience in network marketing prior to 2000, it's like, oh wow, the internet was created for network marketing. It's just perfect for it. You can track your organization. We used to do it on paper. You can deliver your products electronically. We used to go to the regional distribution centers and fill up our trunks and carry them and disseminate the trunks and the trunks of products and the information. A lot of that's still done today, but a lot of it's done with, as far as the products, it's done with things like FedEx and DHL, whatever. But whenever it comes to doing what our real job is, that's introducing people to the product or the opportunity. And I like the telephone. I like picking up the phone and connecting with people live on the phone. Coming to Total Takeover, I'm rubbing elbows with Carl and different people. I'm learning more about the way to do this with social media. There's people out there that have more brains than me, it seems, and as far as social media, and they're just crushing it. They know how to go and connect and attract the right people on social media to just crush it. Personally, I've had a kind of a stigmatism towards social media for a while, but I'm coming out of my shell with it, and I am learning that social media is fairly dynamic in the respect that I get to be transparent, and transparency is attractive for one thing, because they get to see who I am. We did one hangout where we showed the studio that I built here, and I panned the camera around to show you the temporary apartment that we had moved in. So I'm in a temporary apartment here, and I'm being real and transparent with that. A lot of people that put up like my favorite advertisement. I'm saying excuse me. I'm not over the yet. My favorite commercial on TV right now is the FedEx commercial where the guy's in a high-rise multi-million-dollar office suite. He has this beautiful bay window view on all three sides behind him, and FedEx comes in to deliver him a package, and then as he's sitting there talking to FedEx, you can see the sky and the ocean, out the high-rise window way in the background in these windows, and then all of a sudden the whole wall behind him opens up, and it's one of those garage doors that opens like this, and his wife's standing in the driveway, and he says, "Hon, I told you never to open the garage door without calling me first." So I don't have that set here. I'm actually in an apartment, and I'm transparent. Social media allows me to be transparent, and there's a lot of people on social media that are putting up and being able to use it to hide behind a website, hide behind a movie set, what have you, and that's good for a lot of people because a lot of people just don't want you knowing what their real surroundings are, what their real life is. And it's okay. I have a couple of friends that whenever they come on the internet or on Hangouts or whatever, all you see of them is a photo, and one of them is a photo of Val Kilmer, and that's all you see. You have no idea what this person looks like. You can try to find what this person looks like on their Facebook. You can Google their name, and anywhere and everywhere you find them, it's always Val Kilmer's picture. So it gives people the opportunity to hide. Personally, I'm not hiding, and because of that, that's attractive. I attract more people to me because I don't hide. I show you things on my Facebook. You can drill my Facebook history and see things about myself that I would just rather not a lot of people know, really, but hey, there it is. And because of that, I'm open and transparent. People are attracted to that. Doing things like the videos, the hangouts that we do. I'm showing up, I'm in front of this camera, I'm developing my skill sets, I'm developing my language sets. I still say and a lot. Yeah, I'm working on getting over that. I drink coffee on the video a lot. And I have to get up and go to the bathroom a lot, so you'll see my video camera go off like this, and then I'll be gone for a little bit, and I'll have my speaker up, and I'm listening to everybody. But you understand that I'm in the bathroom taking care of business, and that's part of marketing on the internet. We're human. And with Total Takeover, we get to grow ourselves as human beings, and a lot of people are not willing to do that. They want to pay the money here, press a button, and let the company do all the work, and then just sit back and make the money. Doesn't work like that. There's a lot of people that do a lot of different things. There's primary businesses. I have a primary business, but nobody gets to know what my primary business is unless I've selected you to know. I just made a post about that on my Facebook. It sounds backwards, doesn't it? It's like should be shouting it from the rooftop what my primary business is and my primary business's product is, right? No. So I don't do that because I'm selecting a certain number of people to work with personally because I don't want to be spread too thin. I want to give my time as a real leader to an individual, not a group of people, and create a group of people by doing that. So with social media, that allows me to come here with Total Takeover and introduce network marketing professionalism and help raise the bar in the industry and the ethics that people are using out there using social media. You'll see me every now and then. I'll come up with a brilliant idea for an ad, and I'll go and I'll plaster it in all the network marketing spam groups that I'm a member of, and I'll go from one to the next, and I'll do that like once every 3 weeks maybe or every month. And really, there's nothing ever comes of that, folks. And so that gives you a clue. All the people that are out there posting all these things, they might have a little bit of results. A lot of people use robots, and they end up spamming the groups. Like, for instance, our Total Takeover support group on Facebook gets spammed constantly. And those of us who are admins have to delete all of these things. They're using robots to spam all these groups, and I have to wonder just exactly how much success they're getting from that. What's your takeaway with this? Your takeaway is this. You can go into any network marketing group and see all the people that are posting these ads and simply just post your picture and say, "Hi, I'm Andrew, and I'm here, and I got the real deal, and here's some value, and then a positive quote or something. And if you're going to do that, that would be attractive because it's not a link and it's different. Everybody else is spamming their advertising, right, in groups, and I'm wondering if they're actually having any success, because I've never had any success from doing that. I've talked to a few people and they'll tell me, but then they won't give me the stats on it. Okay, so what's your take on this? Your take is that all of those people that are posting their business in those groups, they're not making any money.
Well, that's not entirely true, but I'll let you finish.
Okay, so a lot of them are not making any money, and so they are approachable, some of them, to go into those groups and say, okay, who all's in this group that's persistently and consistently doing their ads, and that you can see that they jump from one program to the next if you'll watch them. So they'll promote this company for a while, and then all of a sudden they end up promoting another company, and then they'll go to another company, and then they'll go to another company. But they're persistent in going to all those groups and putting in ads, and so they are trying. They are prime candidate for you to message and create a relationship with, and for them to take a look at your total takeover. Carl just did a walkthrough about how to go and find the what people are posting. Well, there's another way. You can go into the groups and become friends with people in the groups and be able to have exposure that way as well. There are some, I'm sure there's some that go out and do ads in all these groups, and they use robots. I don't like them because they end up spamming groups that they're, the robots are, I don't know of any control. Everybody I've talked to, there's no control over those robots to keep from posting their ads in groups that's not supposed to have any ads posted in them. So anyway, there are people that, I'm sure.
Yeah, there are ways to control those robots. There's certain software out there, and I know a couple of them, that will allow you to do that. What you do is the robots create the group, okay? It will do it the first time round, it will make the post in them. And then you can actually go in and eliminate the groups that you want to eliminate and then save it as that group. So I've used those softwares before, and they can be effective, but it's the way that you do it. Andrew, what you were talking about is absolutely 100% correct, because what people are doing is, again, they get involved in a program and they go in and they start beating people to death with their links, okay? That's not the way to do it in groups, okay? Here's how you make money in groups, because I've done it. I've made money in groups, but you have to do it a certain way, and it's something that takes time, okay? It's consistency in it as well. The people that make money, and Billy Brady, like I said, one of my buddies, okay, I guess I'm kind of giving him a little bit of kudos out there, but he's a guy who consistently makes $1,000 to $2,000 a week on the internet, a week, okay? And it's all because he's consistently promoting the same thing. He's consistently promoting himself, okay? He asks people, if you want to learn how to do this, connect with me. Okay? He does not put out his link there. Sometimes he might, but in the majority of the time, he's telling them, connect with me first, because I want to see just how serious you are about doing this, because I'm not going to waste my time with you if you're just going to waste my time and say, well, you just want to do posting. That's not how it works. There's a process to everything in business. I've done it. I've made hundreds and hundreds of dollars a week promoting products the way Billy does. Billy actually taught me how to do that. Okay? So, yes, but the more effective way to do this is, like Andrew said, go in and personally communicate with the people within that group one-on-one. Send them a message. Get to know these people. Find out if you're a fit for one another. Okay? If you're just going to go in there and going to blast a link and something like that in a different picture every day, 100% Andrew hit that on the button. It's absolutely useless. Okay? Val talked about this on the webinar the other day. He talked about, people putting up inspirational posts and stuff like that. If they're not making any money, that's why. Because, you know what? People have read these posts a million times. They've read them a million times. They're great to listen to every once in a while, or read every once in a while. I personally don't even read them anymore. I'm tired of reading inspirational posts. because they're not inspirational to me anymore. Okay? And there's a lot of people that think that way. I think like a business person. Okay? What attracts me is successful posts. Okay? That's what attracts me. Inspirational posts do not attract me. They're sayings. They're stuff that you've heard in movies, or they're sayings that you read in books, or on walls, or in pictures, or whatever it is. You know what? It depends on where you are mentally, is when inspirational posts are going to affect you. As an entrepreneur, and again, folks, this is me. Okay? This is me. What affects me and drives me emotionally is success. Success to me are people that are consistently posting their success online. You know, what drove me to connect with Billy Brady a while ago, and I mean, he's going to owe me money for this because I've said his name enough on here. Okay, the fact is that I got attracted to his posts out there about the money that he was making every day. You know, the first thing I did is I phoned him up. You know, I connected with him on Facebook, and I said, let's connect on Skype. I want to talk. So I got on here, and I talked with him. And I found out, Billy, what is it that you're doing every day that's causing you to make money every single day? And he says, I'm consistently, repeatedly posting my success. And that is what's driving people to me. So at one point I got involved with Billy. This is about a year ago. I got involved with him in one of his programs. And I says, teach me. Teach me what you know. Show me, step by step, exactly what you do. And he goes, I do this, I do this, I do this. Okay, what else do you do? I do this, I do this, I do this. I go, come on, tell me. I do this, I do this, I do this. Do that. So what I did was, I said to him, I says, Billy, I don't have a story. I don't have anything yet. Okay? You see my picture that I just put up there? Copy that picture and then do this, do this, do this. So you want me to promote you? Yes. Always promote success. Do this, do this, do this. So I started taking Billy's and started using his success as part of my success story. And you're going to hear this over and over again because the most successful people on the internet use other people to leverage their success. And that's why I'm talking about this. So I took Billy's picture, I started using it in my posts, saying, you know, okay, I just got a sale. And then what happened was I didn't have to use Billy's posts anymore. I took my own pictures of my own success and started posting there. And what happened? You know, 1 week I made $1,800. 1 week. Just by posting my success. Every time I made a sale, I added it to the total. I took screenshots out of my email, out of my PayPal, or wherever I was getting it from. Took screenshots and showed people my success story. And that's how I made money. So if you're in this and you're listening to this and you don't know how, you haven't made any sales, you haven't got any sign-ups, use somebody else as your success story to get started. Because people are looking for success. If nobody was posting anything in Total Takeover today, that is why they have nothing. Do you know why let me go back a bit. I started with a brand new fresh list in Total Takeover. Okay? I came from another program that failed miserably. One thing I don't do is I don't bring people from my previous programs to, I don't invite them. If they come to me and say, I'd like to come with you, then I go, okay, no problem. But we don't bring old baggage to a new program. So I started this program fresh and clean. I had 5 people out of the few hundred I had in the other program come with me and started Total Takeover. In 6 weeks, I created over 29,000 people in my Total Takeover business. Where did these people come from? I went and I used social media to leverage myself. I started off with Val's videos and stuff like that he had out there. And then as people came in, I started posting the growth of my business, growing. Every day it was growing, 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 growing. And that's how I have now 800 life changers and 164 test drivers in my personal business. And what do I do every day? I'm consistent. I do the same thing. I make my posts. I let people know my success. And that's what drives them to me. So, if you're sitting here listening today, wondering how the heck do I get people to follow me? I think I just told you. Okay? Leverage people. Leverage your upline. If you can't leverage them, leverage somebody else. I don't care. Use my stuff. Use Val's stuff. Use Andrew's stuff. Use somebody's stuff. But leverage yourself. That's how you're going to draw people to you. People want to see results. Every single time they want to see results. If you don't show people results, they're not going to believe anything is happening. And when they don't believe anything is happening, nothing will. Okay? So I wanted to share that with you guys. Welcome, Dr. Michael. I know you just came in off another call there, so welcome to our call. Does anybody want to comment on that, Joan or Andrew? No? I talked too much?
Now I'm working on the phone patch. There's something going on buggy and has been for a couple of weeks now with the phone patch, the actual the telephone line of the internet. Using voice over internet protocol. So I'm focusing on that personally. Doing a good job, Carl. Okay,
so Dr. Michael, welcome aboard. We were just talking about how to use social media to leverage your business, and I was just talking about how we can use other leaders to leverage our business and that kind of thing. I don't know, you're a great leader yourself. I don't know if you want to maybe chime in a bit on that.
Well, I think this is the key thing at all. Leaders are the principle of success in any business, isn't it? Welcome for my part. Sorry that I got late. We just had an hangout for DTO International in German, so we just returned from there. It's our second hangout now. Well, I mean, this is a great thing because I think leadership is the most important part, especially when you build something like a university for people to learn from, because they expect teachers, they expect people that have the knowledge, And I think this is what we can provide, not just because these three of them have put the program together. I mean, look at the people are here. I mean, we've got Joanne, we've got Andrew, you've got yourself, and many times we have others on the board, and myself included. We have been, I think we all combine more than 100 years of marketing experience. So, I mean, that's a lot, And to get that advantage, to get close to people that have it, they have the knowledge, and really believe in what total takeover stands for. I think this is what people are looking. See, leaders are self-made people, and they have understood that there's more followers than leaders. And when you understand this terminology, you will understand that in every good business you have to have leaders to stand up for the business, for the product, for the service, for the church, for their club, for their sports election. There's always somebody that takes leadership because the others will be following. So it's nothing wrong to have leaders, and it's nothing wrong to be a follower. But I think the key is that leadership brings you quality, and if quality is combined with a good program, with a harmonic team that works and supports others, I think you've got a great combination of really gathering that points that you need to be a successful marketer and become also financial independent. I think that's a little bit what I think about leaders. I mean, I could talk on like you for hours about leadership and stuff like this, but I think it's not needed. I just want to pinpoint, I'm a leader, and I teach the people that I work with, the followers that I have. I talk with them about iceberg marketing. I'm not quite sure if you're familiar with this terminology, and it's really all about leadership is giving the people the essence of what you really want to explain to them, and that's like an iceberg, and be like an iceberg. And that means that you only give away 10% of what you really have to show, and 90% is still hidden and below the water, because if you tell too much, then people just get bored and they don't grasp it. And if you have the good things, the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg, as we say, that comes and sticks out of the water, if you pass those information and transform the information of your business, of your service, into valuable things that people can understand without complicating it, you've got always 90% more to talk to them in the future. But the 10% is always enough to understand if the person you're talking to is valid, will become an interesting person to follow up with you or not. Because to be honest, to find out if somebody's interested in the business, it doesn't need 100 years of experience. You need to have the courage to talk to them, be aware of what they're telling you about the question you ask, and I would say within 7 minutes you're aware about if the person will stay a pre-enrollee or he is interested to upgrade to a life changer. And because this is what it's all about. We are not here to get everybody on board. We only want to get those on board that have the willingness and the dreams of becoming something better as they have been before, because that's why I'm here. This is why I'm in TTO. I want to become a step better as I have been yesterday, and I want to be a step better than I was today.
You know what? And I think that's why we're all here too. Awesome. Well said. And you know what? Here's the one thing that everybody has to realize is that leaders only became leaders when they were followers. We all followed somebody. You know, I talked about how I wanted to learn how to make money like my buddy Billy. So what did I do? I followed him. And then I learned from him, and now I teach. Now I'm leading. Okay? And we all come from being a follower. So just because you think that maybe you're not you're not a leader out there, you're not a leader yet. Okay? The only reason you are still a follower is that you haven't decided to take control and start leading. That's all it is. It's a matter of you stepping out of your comfort zone, entering the uncomfortable zone, and becoming that leader. Do you think it's easy for all of us here to do what we do? It's not. I get very nervous when I'm on these calls here. I may not show it, but I get very nervous because I need to make sure that I don't step outside the boundaries. I don't give direction that I shouldn't have given. Okay? So as a leader, you're actually taking on a little bit more responsibility, but it's responsibility that you need to take. You know, if you want your business to go from here to here, that's what you've got to do. You've got to step out of your comfort zone, because that's where everybody is. You know, even the pre-enrollees that are in here, they're sitting in their comfort zone. And we've talked about this, and maybe I'll go over going from the comfort zone to the uncomfortable zone to the entrepreneurial zone. Maybe I need to cover that again. But it's all about, you know, the comfort zone is the pre-enrollers. These are the ones that are in there that haven't made any kind of commitment to moving forward with their future. These are the pre-enrollees, okay? They're still not sure. Then you get the test drivers. These are the ones that are hitting the uncomfortable zone, okay? They've taken that step, they've paid $5, and now they're taking a 14-day trial to see if this thing is actually going to be the engine that they need in the vehicle to get to where they want to be. The life changers is when they leave from the uncomfortable zone to the entrepreneur zone. These are the life changers. These are the ones that have made a full commitment to making a change in their life. Okay? Now, understand this. I'm not saying you don't want to make a change in your life. All I'm saying is that in order for you to make a change, you have to, thanks, Dr. Michael, appreciate you stopping by. You have to be able to make a decision to go and take that step and go forward and leave that comfort zone and that uncomfortable zone and hit the entrepreneur zone. That's where us panelists are right now. We're in the entrepreneur zone, okay? Because we know that there, even with the beginning, because remember, we're still in pre-launch, and everybody, I need to bring this up too, I know kind of off topic, but we get a lot of turmoil out there, even from the membership, saying, well, you know, this company, it doesn't really show that this company knows where they're going. You don't know where this company is going yet. You haven't seen, because they are still building, okay? Our official launch isn't until May 1st, okay? We're still a ways away yet. Because by the time we hit May 1st, we are going to be a serious powerhouse here. Okay? We're going to have lots of people that have gone from the comfort zone all the way to the entrepreneur zone and then got cold feet and went back to the comfort zone again. You're going to have all kinds of those. Those are the people that are testing it for 30 days to see if anything works. Well, here's the funny thing that I need to share with you before I go back to the panel here. That in any business, okay, you actually don't see the true development of any business until after their 90th or 120th day. Okay, that's 3 to 4 months. The type of businesses I've been in, okay, one business I've been in, I'm not going to mention the name, they started off and they had a shaky 8 months where everybody thought this company is never, ever going to last. They're 2.5 years old and have created 14 millionaires in 2.5 years. Okay? 14 millionaires. That is a huge achievement. And they're still around and they're still going strong. We have the potential to outdo them in this business because of what we have. But as an entrepreneur, I can visualize that. And I'm sure the other panelists on here can too. We're going to get to them in a second. So I visualize where I'm going to be in 6 to 8 months already. I know there's going to be a tough ride here for 3 months. But I've unpacked my bags like I always do. You know, in every business I get into, unless the company fails me, I'm prepared to sit here for a year and build this thing. Because it took me almost 18 months to build my brick and mortar to a point of profit. Now, I'm already in profit here, okay? Because in network marketing, you can get into profit in the first 30, 60 days without a problem because you're dealing with a global economy. You're not dealing with a local economy. But you also have to have the drive. You know, we've come across a lot of roadblocks or barriers in this industry. Even in Total Takeover, we've had our challenges. But that's what happens when a company's brand new. It takes time to get over these. So you shouldn't stop. You shouldn't put a time limit on your business. Because when you start a business, I don't know about you, but I started Total Takeover to drive me right into retirement. Maybe that's 5 years from now. I don't know. But that's why business owners start a business. They want to build it to a point where they can retire with it. They don't want to have to go and join a new business every month. You know, it's a fantasy world when you think you can actually do that. And I mean, Vala said that many times. Maybe you don't like hearing that. I really don't care. I'm telling you just how it is. I've been through that. So let's go over to the panel for some last thoughts on this. Because I know each of them have stuff to say. So let's go over to Joan first, because Joan was trying to get in there. And, you know, like me, I talk too much, and I cut her off. So over to you, Joan.
No problem, Carl. You always have something valuable to say. And I want to make the point that we can choose what we're going to do. One of the most valuable abilities all of us has is that we have the ability to choose. We make choices all and every day, what food we're going to eat, where we're going to go, what we're going to do. And much of this is subconscious. We just take it for granted. But we can choose how to respond to a situation, what to say, and how to view something. We have that power to make that choice. We can either stagnate, we can either grow, we can stay the way we are, or we can move forward and become a powerful leader. One of the things that maybe an analogy.
Looks like we lost.
Yeah. She'll be back, and then we'll get her on. So go on, Andrew, and then we'll put her back on after.
I was going to add a while ago when you were talking about following, you know, and being a leader. There's an adage, a saying in the industry. Also, along with that, is that if you want to become a good follower, you must first become a good leader. You must first become a good follower. So that's another thing. If you want to be a really good leader, then you have to become a good follower. So there's different companies out there that have the leaders in the companies, and if you want to become a good leader in that company, regardless of your current marketing success, skill set, and experience, you still have to become a good follower of the current leader of that company. And then once that's done, you can add that information and experience to your own, and then become the top leader yourself. So you have to become a good follower in order to be a good leader. Joan, are you back?
I think I am. I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are, loud and clear.
Okay. I don't know what's happening. I can't. There was an error in loading my app, it says. But if you can hear me.
We're under attack. The authorities don't want us to succeed, so they're doing things to keep us from getting the information out. For instance, the phone patch is down. It's been going buggy for 2 weeks. We're creating such a stir in the industry. The people that have been around a long time are paying the senators and the congressmen and the NSA to do things to the internet and shut us down. So here you are. Hurry up while you're still here.
Okay. I want to give an analogy about driving a car. When you learned to drive a car, you didn't start out knowing all the details and the complexities that would be required for you to be a successful driver. You were taught where to place your hand on the wheel, how to engage the transmission, how to begin using the accelerator. Once these skills became automatic, additional skills were added to that, such as scanning the gauges, understanding how to drive defensively, you name it. And these were all added to your training skills. So whether a person is learning to drive, playing a board game, or developing leadership skills, once a skill becomes part of your self-conscious repertoire, then you're consciously ready to practice another one. So it's a growing process. You don't become a great leader overnight. But each one of your little accomplishments adds to your total skills so that eventually you become the great leader that you want to become. All of us are working toward that goal, and Total Takeover provides the skill sets that we can use to develop to become that great leader that we want to be.
Oh, that's absolutely true. And you know, and it's not just Total Takeover in general. It's the people within Total Takeover, like the membership. You know, like for instance, what we do here on the Hangout. I mean, we provide, I believe, massive value to the membership, to our teams. And being able to provide like some of the stuff I provided today and everybody else with their input today that I put in, this is the type of thing that drives me to stay with the company. Okay, it's all about the people. The company is just the name that is above us. Okay, it's what is developed within the company. Okay. We go through, and that's why I'm talking about leverage people, leverage the leaders, leverage the people. They don't even have to be leaders. I mean, there are marketers that are coming in here that aren't leaders, you know, that are fresh and new coming in here, but have the social skills to work social media, right? So I see it all the time. I mean, I see new people that have been fresh to the internet going out there and doing everything that I preach today. You know, take things that can show your success, show you as a success, show you as a leader, and share that with people every day. The more you share it, the more you're recognized. The more you're recognized, the bigger the following you create. Okay? This is how you attract people to you. And this is why, like I mentioned, how I was able to come here with just a few people, go out, mass advertise, and mass market myself with my success in the business to build the team that I have. Okay? It's not because I'm a leader and I have a list. I have a fresh list that I start with every time. I am no different than anybody else who just started this company. I just been consistent and persistent about everything that I do. Every day, Monday to Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm here in your face. I'm here to share every little bit of knowledge and nonsense that I have in this head. Okay? And we have a good time with it on this panel. But I believe every time the people on that we leave this hangout, the people listening to this hangout get some good value from us. You know, you can literally go to the channel and share any one of these hangouts that we have with people and make sure you brand yourself to it. Like, for instance, you could say, you know what, I just hung out with these guys today. What a fantastic hangout. You should see the part about this that they talked about. And just write down something that you heard in this thing here and say, you know what, you got to watch this. And you know what's the other thing you got to do? You got to get with our team. And then you have your call to action, which is your link. That's what I'm talking about, using leverage on social media. I do that every day, and my list grows, and I get opt-ins every single day to my pages and into the system for Total Takeover and anything else I do, because I leverage. And if I don't have the experience in that program, let's say I just decide to take on another program to create a sideline marketing income. Okay. So if I don't have any kind of success with that, I'm going to find out who does, and I'm going to take their stuff, and I'm going to utilize it to my advantage. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to market this and say, look, this is the kind of money people are making. You know, there's one income that I brought on that I'm using to build for my marketing budget, right? And this guy made this video talking about how he makes $200 a day with this program. Well, I haven't made anything in it yet because I just decided to take it on the other day. So what did I do? I took his video and I started marketing it on there, and all of a sudden, I was making sales off of his video. You see what I'm saying? Just because you don't have a story yet, utilize somebody else until you do. Because in Total Takeover, if you haven't made any money yet, if you haven't made your first sale yet, find somebody who has been making sales. Utilize their success. Say, I hang out with these guys, you know, and you know what? It's only going to happen. And then as soon as you make your first sale, now you change from using us to using you. I just made my first sale. I just made $45. Actually, $46, because you get the dollar off of the matrix. So I just made $46. How did I do that? This is what I did. I did this, this, and this. You want to know how I do everything? You want to do and make the kind of money I do? Just do this, this, and this. Now, what is this, this, and this? Well, this is something I will share with you only when you make a commitment to whoever sent you to this hangout or whoever sponsored you into Total Takeover. Get with them, make a commitment. I don't care if it's at the $5 level or the $89 level, but it won't be at the pre-enroller level. You want to know how to do this, this, and this? Because I still haven't told you what this, this, and this is. Okay? I'll tell you how to do this, this, and this, and then I'll show you how you make $46 every time. $46 and then 20 and 20 on number 2 and 4, and then 46, 46, 46, 46. Oh, you'll also make 25, 25, 25, 25, because I'll be teaching all those people how to make 46, 46, 46. Okay? I teach anybody. I don't care whose downline you're in. Okay? It's all about making money. It's all about creating success stories. The more success stories that hit the internet about Total Takeover, the more dominance we have. I don't care whose downline you're in.
I agree. I agree 100%. And just something I want to add is that in most businesses I have been in, the compensation plan has been so difficult to understand, and making money on residual income was not very high unless you had a lot of people that you enrolled. What I like about Total Takeover is just after 2 enrollments, you have your $89.95 covered for the rest of your life as long as they stay on board. So anything after that is money in your in your hip pocket. So this is a program that wants to see you be successful. So what you need to do is you need to get involved. You need to start telling people what this program can offer them financially, and start building your team. That's really where it's at. And in order to do that, you need to have something that you're offering people. Even if you haven't made any money yet, tell them about the comp plan. Tell them what's available so that they can see for themselves that this is a viable business that they can do, anybody can do, and start making money as soon as they start enrolling people. So this is not something that's difficult to do, people. This is very easy, and you've always got your sponsor to help you along the way until you can start telling your own story.
There you go. Now, before we go this, I'm going to say one last thing. I'll send it over to Andrew to give his last comments and close out the show. But here's what I want you to do. If you want to know exactly what I'm talking about today, this, and this, here's what you do. You have to prove that you've actually gone to whoever that showed you this, or if you're a pre-enroller, wherever you are, you go in and you activate. You take a snapshot and you show me that you're a test driver, or you show me that you're a life changer, and then I'll give you the keys to the kingdom. Okay? It's that simple. But it's not going to happen because we don't give away stuff for free. You have to work for it. You have to deserve it. Okay? I don't care who your sponsor is. I don't care where they are in this company. I'm here to help anybody make money. But I will not give you my knowledge without any kind of commitment from you. And I think that's a fair change. I think that's a fair deal. What do you guys think? Think that's fair?
Definitely. Without commitment, you don't have anything.
That's right. So, Andrew, let's go over to you. Let's close out the show. Hopefully everybody enjoyed what we had to say. Over to you, bud.
Yep, no longer tell and sell. I now require. I inform and require, and that has to do with what you were just saying there, Carl. Awesome stuff. Great hangout today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Andrew Morgan in San Marcos, Texas. This is the Total Takeover Hangout. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can get all the information that you need in order to subscribe to our channel and to call in. Actually, you know what? The call-in function, it looks to me like it has degraded. So until the move is made, I'm moving out to another city. Once the move is made, we'll see what the connection is there. I think I'll abstain doing the call-in portion. If you want to ask a question on the show, you can text it on Skype at the TTO Radio Skype handle, and then that way I don't have to sit here and keep dialing in. We can find a new way to set that up then. It'll be a few weeks, couple of weeks. Anyway, subscribe to our channel. If you're looking on YouTube, there's a button down below this video. You can subscribe to our channel, and that will give you the link every day when Carl makes the new Hangout. Google Plus will automatically send you that link. And also, get back with the person that invited you here. If someone has invited you to this video, then get back with them. If you search it and found it on the internet, I don't know what to tell you. Find somebody and get with them and get going with Total Takeover today, because, you know, it takes people with vision, leaders with vision, to lead people with dreams. And let's participate in all of our network marketing ventures with top professionalism and ethics. Let's participate the way that we would want our personally sponsored to participate. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, John. Thank you, Dr. Michael, for coming on, and thank you for watching. Bye for now, and we'll see you tomorrow.